Oh man, this one was a doozy. Agatha All Along, episode 6. Can't wait. Let's do it. So the episode starts out with the teen, at this time he's William, at a bar mitzvah, and he does run into Lillian, the fortune teller witch, and she notices something strange about him. She's actually the one that put the sigil on him so he couldn't say who he was, because she knew his future and what he would one day become. It was great finally getting some more backstory on Teen, because you notice it's something I was looking forward to for a long time. As the story continues, we see Teen riding home with his family past Westview during the whole ending battle scenario. It just so happens he gets into a car wreck at the exact moment Wanda's kids are being vanished out of existence. William then dies, but he's reborn as Billy. Waking up in a new body and not knowing who he really is, it takes a little while for him to figure out what's going on, but eventually he realizes and he starts to pull on the threads and realize there's a lot more going on here. I was really in tune with the episode at this point. I wanted to know so much more about the teen. I wondered how that was going to work in the, is he Billy? Is he not Billy? How is he here in this reality right now? And I think it was a good way by just saying that he's basically possessed in a way. He took on that body, William died, and Billy basically possessed his body, you could say. We do find out that, of course, the Westview incident was covered up as an Avengers failed exercise, which is a good little tidbit that they stuck in there. As Billy was trying to find out more about his true identity, he wound up coming across someone that was part of the Westview incident and wanted to talk with him. It was none other than our fake Quicksilver guy, and he had a lot to say, although he's a little kooky. But he gave a lot of information to the teen and basically solidified everything the teen was thinking and researching, that he was Billy from Westview. Some little Easter eggs that were in there when he was researching Agatha's history. I guess he used like a Google image search to see other places she was. And there was some hilarious things in there. It even said she was on the Titanic or had something to do with it. I have to get a freeze frame and spin back to that at some point. After the teen learned so much about Agatha and who she was, he needed one of her personal items to perform a spell. And this is where the whole teen breaks into our house thing comes from in the first episode. But this time, we get it from the real life perspective of the teen, which I think was hilarious. This scene is probably my favorite scene in this episode, and I think it's one of the more crafty and wittier scenes during the whole season. I know some people might think it's cheesy because we basically heard all the dialogue and it didn't really forward the story that much, but I think it was a good effect to see that. And I even went back to the first episode to replay the interrogation to see how it played back from his perspective later. I thought it was a brilliant scene. I really commend the writers on that one. So besides getting to see everything from Teen's point of view and realizing that he is William Keplin, aka Billy Maximoff, they did reaffirm that Vision was captured and dismantled by Sword. But just like the other episode, this episode gave us a lot of answers, but it also gave us a few more questions. Now, I know in my last review, I was wondering if he knew who he was before all of this Witches Road stuff and before meeting up with Agatha. And the answer is pretty much, yeah, he had a great idea. He knew who he was. He knew what was going on. So he was just playing it off the whole time. But this time, my major question is, they say he's after power, and I know he's supposedly looking for his brother, but is that it? Is that really just all he's after? What does he really expect to find at the end of this Witch's Road? Of course, we knew Agatha wasn't dead. She pops back out. Catherine Hahn, as always, just brings it with the acting. Wonderful scene between her and Billy, and of course, she's alive. Ooh, big surprise. Now, when it goes for Lillian and Jen, they're still saying that they're dead, but I have a feeling we might see them again as well as everyone else. But I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I'm just saying speculation here. I did a deep dive into the Salem 7 in the last episode. We really didn't get anything on that front here, which I wish we would have got a little more like hints and Easter eggs or something towards what's to come, because I kind of feel like this episode just ended and didn't really give me anything more to pull me into the next episode besides, hey, there's another episode. But overall, what did I think about this episode? It was amazing. I really enjoy it. I like when they do backstories. I don't really always enjoy flashbacks in shows, but this one, it called for it. If it called for it in the story, then I don't have a problem with it. And this is one of those ones where I was waiting to see. I wanted to see his backstory. It took them to episode 6. This was a teen-centric episode. Everything in the episode was really spot on. The acting, the scenes. We got a lot more out of this. It felt like a really good, tight show. It just goes to show that you don't need all those special effects and things to make a good show. I'm really surprised that this is probably one of the best story-wise shows that Disney Plus has put out for Marvel. Definitely in the top. This episode really breaks the pacing. All the other episodes, you know, they get everyone together. They get in the room. They have a Quentin Tarantino-X debate. They talk. They solve a problem. End of the episode, give you something to cliffhanger to bring you on to the next. This time, we got a full-on show. We got multiple scenes. We got multiple locations. We got multiple actors, background actors. I think this was the most populated episode since the first episode, and even more so. I'm ready for episodes 7, 8, and 9 because I want to see what they're going to do. So this was a great episode here. A little longer, but it was because it needed to be, and it didn't feel like it was tiring or anything like that. I think the runtime of this one was about 50 minutes, but to be honest, the last 6 minutes was just end credits. I really don't know where they're going to go with this at this point. I don't know if Tommy's going to be alive or not. That's a big question. Well, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. What did you think of episode 6? What do you think is going to happen going forward? Do you love the show? Do you hate the show? Are you tired of it? Do you want more? I don't know. Whatever it is, just let me know. I'm here for the ride. I'll be in it for the next episode. Definitely be dropping a review for it. Thanks everyone for sticking around and listening. If you can, check out some of my other videos. I did some cool top 10s and stuff this week. And hey, that's that. Just Dale, I'm out.